Hello and welcome to The Regulars. I am Stacey McGonigal.
I'm Jason DeRoss.
And welcome to The Regulars podcast.
Hey, happy Monday.
Happy Monday. You're wearing merch. I'm wearing a fun blouse. The hair is curled. We are ready. We are raring to go. What a weekend it was.
Yeah, it's so weird that weekends are even weekends anymore because as I said, it's Monday. I'm like, does it matter? Does it matter what day of the week it is?
I'm trying to have a semblance of a weekend. I'm trying to we've got my pal Thomas in the chat. We got Shayla in the chat. It's so nice to see you.
Right.
I'm trying to have a week. I'm trying to have a real person's work week. So
you're gonna dress up and you're gonna build like cubicles in your house and then like walk in and be like, I'm here, everybody. Oh, who didn't start the coffee? Jesus Christ.
I think that is literally how I live my life currently. I wake up, I go, Jesus Christ, I have to do everything around here. Did anyone make the coffee? Oh my God. Wait. Burger?
Burger's got like thick rimmed glasses on. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
And a tie.
Here she is. So I am here. I'm wearing jeans today, and
whoa,
yeah. And you know what? Jason and I cannot tell a lie. Not here on our podcast. Not today. Not ever. He was hungover yesterday, and I'm hungover today.
Yeah. Yes. Some of the semblance that we are having in our weeks is we do a Zoom pub trivia night with a bunch of our friends to keep something normal.
Yep.
And it's been great.
I will blame Mr. Casual Friday himself, Rob Baker, for my hangover because I finally made the ginger simple syrup and put it. And I'm more of a beer drinker, as we all know. And you know, I decided to have some cocktails, and that's what gets me, the cocktails. Oof!
I love it.
There's nothing better than waking up to drinker shame. Even though you're at your house zooming with pals, you're like, what am I doing? You know?
Well, you know that this is dumb, but that podcast, not the podcast, the TED Talk on vulnerability, I feel no shame anymore. Just don't feel shame.
That's actually the most beautiful thing you've ever said. And we
shall not really connected, but
yeah, her thing's about vulnerability, and yours is about having drinks with friends and not feeling embarrassed about it. So
yeah, that's what I took from that TED Talk.
I'd like to give a shout out to Amanda, who's in the chat, who just said she doesn't usually get to watch live because she's at work, but today's her day off, and she's been looking forward to it all weekend. Welcome to the live show, Amanda.
I hope your work is safe. I hope you're staying safe at work.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Let me tell you. It's... Can you believe it? I know it's such a lame thing to say.
We're going to say a lot of cliched sort of things, I feel like, today about being inside.
Being inside. I truly cannot believe it. 4 weeks.
What were you going to say, though? I cut you off. What were you going to say?
That. Like, it's been like 4 weeks. I can't believe that this is our 4th week now going live every day. I'm so happy that we've created this little nook. It's a nice nook. I'm comfortable in the nook. I like everyone in the nook. But it is still pretty wild. It's one of those nooks
that when I walk into my house and I'm like, oh, that nook, I'm comfortable. I kind of want to be there.
Yeah, my comfortable little nook once a day. Just check in with people, make sure everyone's okay. I also have a soda stream today. Like I said, I'm hungover, so this is your best friend.
But where'd you get your bubbles from? Is this news? Do we have a canister?
We have some news. Like many, I am trying to limit my shopping. Now, I will preface that I am for sure now getting delivery because it's mania. Okay. But I found a canister, and you best believe she scooped one.
Good job. We did our first because of the experience I had last week in the grocery store. I was like, I'm never going back. So we did do Instacart. So we ordered it so people would bring us the food, which God bless these people that are 100%. Still out there doing that.
Yes. Tip them well.
Yes, definitely tip them well. Because it's crazy. Anyways, what I was getting at is like it's not just toilet paper and all these stuff that's like regular anymore. There was so many things on our list that he's like, sorry, none of that, none of this.
Like
Can't
what?
get eggs, can't get tortilla shells, can't get
Whoa.
like, and that's all we're eating nowadays is just whatever we got leftovers, just throw
Gr-
it in a taco shell and you're good to go.
Let me tell you, I have been living the gluten-free tortilla life.
Mm-hmm.
I have my favorite kind. To be
It's
without
beautiful.
her would be a shame. Like after this stream, I am making a shrimp egg breakfast burrito and I will be enjoying that.
So good.
Internet. Hello. Did we lose you? What?
I have two Stacy's on my net now, so I don't know what's
Really?
happening on
Oh,
my net.
I'm hoping people can tell us if it's weird in the stream because I lost you. What? Can people tell us in the stream? Because I don't know if it's my internet is so wonky. Oh no, we're fine. I can see
Guys,
it in the stream.
we're back.
We're
We're
back.
back.
We're
Quick
back.
hiccup. Quick hiccup.
And that's fine, right? It is a classic. Oh God, I've lost you again.
No, you haven't. I'm here. I'm here.
No, I know. I'm just saying the scenes I was working on.
Thank you, Jameson, and thank you, Shayla, letting
What?
us know. Shayla just said it got laggy for a sec. Jameson said it stalled for a minute on his end, but hopefully we're back.
Hopefully we're back, and I feel like people listening are just like, what? Get your stuff together.
No,
And to that I say
everything's
yes.
wonky right now. You know what I did this weekend as well?
What?
I made my own masks. So now we have masks to go outside with because in LA they're telling people when you go outside you have to wear a mask.
Yeah, and yeah, it's I need to do that. Everyone's I it's kind of like hit or miss here in the city. Like some people are not. So,
Yeah, just make sure you're keeping away from people. That's all.
oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did something this weekend that I wanted to unpack with you because I tried to make healthy snacks.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
This is already.
I know. I know. I know. I'm sorry. I try to make healthy
I
snacks.
get it. Like if we end up building a ship that could fly to Mercury, maybe there would be some lessons in getting to Mercury. But
Yeah.
like, I don't want to go to Mercury, and
It's
I don't
just,
think it's attainable.
I feel like I can't be the only one, but, and let me know in the chat. I love Jameson saying we're back in the nook. We're in the nook. We're safe. So I feel like it goes in waves where I'm like, I should just get shredded so that when I am revealed, I am but releasing from myself from a cocoon and I am a shredded McGonagall and everyone is not ready for
That's what
my,
everyone's thinking, and that's what everyone's doing. But
oh, I keep
oh,
losing you.
oh, that's all right. I'm just dead weight. I mean, you're gonna get shredded by losing me.
I honestly think it's my internet. I have to call my provider, not to sound like a businesswoman here.
I was just saying how everybody's thinking that and everybody's doing that, but like you and I are both thinking that, and we're like, yes, this is the time. Like we
Yeah.
could be at home, we could be strict about things. We both in the last 24 hours have been very hungover, so we're doing well.
We're doing well. So I had this crazy idea to make healthy cookie dough out of chickpeas.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, killing it.
And let me tell you, it didn't work out.
I just heard chickpeas. Are you just making a hummus? Is that what you're doing?
Okay, so this is what it is. I saw this on TikTok, and again, I don't want to like parade what's going on there,
Yes, you
but
do.
I am making content. Follow me.
Yeah.
Not getting the numbers I'm thinking I should be getting, but tis life. So this one girl made cookie dough out of chickpeas,
Oh,
but it was like,
cookie dough would give me a break.
but it was cookie dough that you can like eat, right? There's no egg in it. So it was chickpeas, peanut butter, maple syrup, almond
Oh,
flour,
wait.
and vanilla.
You're pulling me back in. You're pulling me back
Yeah,
in.
and then you have chocolate chips. So I went
All the way back in.
I went full two little sandwiches, and I like documented it on the Instagram. I ruined my Vitamix stick. Somehow it just got completely destroyed in the making of it. But it was so nasty. I truly and utterly cannot.
Did you just eat it like with a spoon?
I tried to, and like the warm consistency of it made me so sad that I then put it in the fridge, and then
Yeah.
it got so hard that you couldn't even bite through it.
Well, what I was gonna say, and now I'm it's wrong, but I was gonna say that has to go in like ice cream, just chunks of it in ice cream, and have cookie dough ice cream.
Yeah, maybe. It just honestly
But then
tasted
it was
like
people.
nothing. It tasted like full nothing to me.
Haley just wrote that she went into a bank this weekend
Oh,
with her bandana on. So like,
Hey, do I have any money? Tell me, do I have any money?
give me my money.
Please. Thank you for all the work you're doing.
Someone who's just a bit sick and their voice turns into that just because they're like got a sore throat.
No, that's what my voice would sound like if I was wearing a bandana. I just think I'd be like,
I
hey
know, but like
guys, what's
imagine
going
like you
on?
got a sore throat and went in with a bandana. Like it's like all the perfect storm. And no matter what you say, it sounds like you're robbing the place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good bit.
Give me the money.
Oh, my God. Are you
Oh
okay?
God, what?
No, it's just my throat.
My pin code's 7242.
I'm upset because I think that's your real PIN code.
I couldn't change it on the fly. I don't think that fast. We're not recording this.
This isn't
I
going
gotta go
out.
change my pin code.
Yeah, you actually do. Also, so I made
You know, like
go
when
ahead.
when I'm in like restaurants and you're like, oh, Jason just likes to order everything different.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is different or not, but it turns out it is. I made my pin code. In all honesty, it's 6 numbers long. I guess most people's are
Okay,
like
don't
4.
say it.
I'm not gonna say it, but
Okay.
like I was at an LCBO one time and the guy's like, you can stop. You press more than, and I was like, no. My pin code has 6 numbers, and he's like, that's weird.
Yeah, why is it 6 numbers?
Hey man, it's a lot easier to figure out 4 than 6.
Oh, yeah, killing it.
In a way he is, in a way he's not, and I think we both know where we sit on that. Wow, you really do you really just want to take that complicated path. I see you taking it every time.
Eh.
Okay,
On the
so
grand scheme of things, sometimes it's a big win. Like sometimes I order this a pasta that comes with 2 different sauces at the same time, and it's so
sick.
good.
That's so good.
And then sometimes, and also sometimes, like that one person that was trying to steal my identity goes, "Oh, my machine just encodes 4 numbers at a time. Damn it,
Encodes?
can't get into this guy." I didn't know the word, and I knew as I
A
said it, I was like,
robber is saying encodes? That's not, is that a word?
"That's why he's a robber. He's not very intelligent."
I think that oftentimes they are.
I know, and I'm not. That's why I need 6 numbers for a pin code.
We are hungover.
My hangovers last 2 days now, so
That's
happy
really nice.
Monday.
I made something last night that I really want to share with everyone because we need comfort food more than ever. And I made a gnocchi bake last night.
That's amazing.
Let me explain what I did because I had to make up for it in my mind. I had to make a good dinner considering I spent the afternoon making this fucking chickpea cookie dough. So you get gnocchi. It's so simple. Like this isn't anything, but it just was so tasty. You boil the gnocchi and then you put like tomato sauce in a casserole dish, gnocchi, cheese, gnocchi, cheese. Now I only had like old cheddar. I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to do it with mozzarella. I think it may be ricotta.
Yeah, like a pizza.
Yeah. And then it just gets really crusty on the top. It was really good.
Because when you said gnocchi bake, I was like, I don't know exactly what that is, but I thought, and then you were like, it's so easy. I was like, no, I've made gnocchi from scratch before, and it's easy-ish, but it's like, I think I've talked about this before, how like sushi rice, it just gets stuck to your fingers like crazy. It's a process.
Really? Yeah, I bought it. I just bought it from the store. But Haley says that she made cauliflower gnocchi, and I would be interested in knowing that.
Yeah.
And 2 little
You
sandwiches.
can get that
is
at
here.
Trader Joe's. So good.
I know, but I can't get it from Trader Joe's because I'm from Canada.
And I can't either because I'm not going to stores right now.
Flying dirty.
Yeah, it was really good. And like here's the thing that made it so good. And this is just my journey, not everyone's journey, but I had just done like a big workout. So like I ate it and then I got seconds of it and I was like, there is no shame here. I've like earned it. It's not like I was eating shit all day.
I'm thinking of all the toppings you could, like the hot sauces you can put on there, the pepper sauces you could put. Just throw a
What?
few chives in there when you
Oh,
bake it. Oh
chives.
God,
Yeah, maybe that would be really good. Garlic. Yeah. Yeah.
it seems like a baked. It seems like a lasagna in a weird
It's
way.
like a baked ziti, but with gnocchi, and it's really good. And I have been obsessed with Allison Roman, who I keep talking about. And
Yeah.
guys, the videos she makes are amazing, and I think she's so cool. And maybe she'll be my friend one day. Is all I'm saying. Is all I'm saying.
Put it on the board. Put it on the board.
Yeah, I'm putting it on the vision board. I can't and shan't stop. So I did that, and my Kindle came. So
You go. Oh, you were talking about it on Friday. Like you're like, I don't know if I should get one. Does this mean you just like? Okay, great.
I bought one.
You got it.
Everyone was like, "Don't," and I hear you. I hear you. And maybe I just wanted to spend money. I don't know, but I am now. So I was like, eating gnocchi, making a cocktail, reading my Kindle. Who am I? Love her.
Yeah. Here's the thing too. Jan just put on ricotta gnocchi's the best, and I don't know if that means like it's made out of cheese, like gnocchi made from cheese, but
No, I think
I just dived into heaven a bit.
you make like a gnocchi or a ricotta mix, and then you put the layers down.
Okay.
So I was watching, excuse me, I was watching Allison Roman's video, and she was making a baked ziti with rigatoni that looked out of this world, and she made it with ricotta and Parmesan and mozzarella.
That's all cheeses.
Yeah, I know. 3 cheeses.
I'm in love. Like that's all I'm saying. Like
I know. So Jan wants me to tell everyone what I'm reading, and this is very funny to me because wait, gnocchi made from ricotta cheese is what Jan is talking about. Let's hold the goddamn phone.
yeah. see?
What? What? That's crazy. Here's something that we should definitely unpack. Haley says, any dumb versus sensible things you've bought. I'm happy to go through those. Happy to go through those. I have bought some dumb things and some great things.
Yeah, I'm worried about my dumb things.
What do you mean?
Because I'm gonna tell you, and you're gonna be like, Jason, what are you?
That you've bought during this quarantine?
Yeah.
I say we unpack it. First, I will answer Jan's question. What am I reading? This is funny because one of my most treasured moments on stage with Jan was we were doing an improv scene. And if you've ever seen Jan improvise, she is truly one of the funniest, most talented people you'll ever see. And so she was murdering it and in the scene. And in the scene, she asked, I was talking about like owning books. And she stopped me in the scene and said, name them. And I went, what? And Stacey, couldn't name 4 books. I think I named magazines, like a Marie Claire, the Bible, and my yearbook, and a food and drink from the LCBO. I couldn't actually name the books. And it started me on a path of like, Stacey, you need to start reading. So I'm reading a book called Educated and Abby Jacobson's book, which is really good.
I think we should start a book club where we just we read Food and Drink magazine.
I would love that book club. Like, let's not forget how I got a job at a bookstore and they said, what have you been reading? And I said, I have been loving these cookbooks lately, and started talking about cookbooks and said how much I valued the pictures. Okay, so let's not. So so Jan said Educated is very intense, which I've heard it is, but everyone on my Instagram, I had asked for book recommendations. Everyone said Educated, so I was like, I have to read that book. So I'm starting that. But Abby Jacobson's I really love too. It's about this like 3-week like road trip she took by herself and what came out of that, and it's really interesting.
Oh, that's actually cool.
Yeah, she's from Broad City. You know her?
I know.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, do I take and this is all over a road trip by myself? I won't. But like that would be really interesting.
Well,
to be
I
like,
think
I'm just gonna go explore.
Yeah. I really like it. I mean, like the idea, I think this, certainly for me, this last year has been like a big independence boost. So there's something about that that's really thrilling to me to like unpack. Haley said book and movie club. Oh, also we will be unpacking Clueless.
Yeah,
We did watch it.
we watched it.
um,
And then there was a couple times when I was like, maybe we change this movie.
No,
But
I never
no.
thought that. The whole time I watched it, I went, this whole thing holds up.
Oh, it wasn't about when I watched it. It was like just I think it's just the frame of mind you and I normally have of like we picked something and then like as soon as we got off, I was like, but maybe this one.
I know.
And then
Clueless
but it was still great. It
Clueless
great watching
Clueless certainly was like, you know.
I did not remember it as I thought.
Oh,
But-
okay. Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves. So what I did want to unpack was our dumb versus sensible things that we've bought.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll go one for one, and people
Okay.
and everyone in the chat, let us know what you've bought too. So this
I'm
is
trying to think because a lot of my stuff's for Charlie, but like
I'll
or
begin.
food. Do we click out food related stuff or do we keep
Sure.
food stuff in?
We've been talking about food for 20 minutes. Why
Yeah,
stop
okay.
now? Okay. The first thing I bought or that I would like to unpack is a face roller for $14 on Amazon. It is life-changing. It's really big and you can you just roll your full face with ice. It feels so good. So good. I highly recommend morning and night a little face roll. You can even roll it on like your forehead and your eyes. It's really
Oh, this
therapeutic.
does sound good.
Yeah, I think, and then in the States, I think it's like maybe $9. Like it's really cheap.
I'm not doing it.
Why?
$9. $9 goes a long way these days.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, what's yours, idiot?
Well, mine came right at the beginning, and I hate this. And this is I don't think I should say this because I'm not going to live it down.
Oh God, what is
Ever.
it?
A lot of like self tapes things are coming up now, so I was like,
Okay.
I need lights for this. So I got like this ring light, and
Oh God, you got a cheap one, didn't you?
the ring light is no joke. It's this size.
Yeah, I assumed it's for your iPhone.
It's for your iPhone.
Yeah.
I did not look. I'm dealing with a 4-year-old running around. I was like, okay, great. Here's one. Great. Perfect. First one that popped up. I was like, great. I'll take that. And then it came and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it must be you got to set it up in this tiny box. And I was like, well, this is
I'll send
terrible.
you some cheap lights I'll send you some suggestions that are
Thank
cheap
you. But
and
like,
easy.
it was also just when I got it, I'm like, this is typical.
Did
And
you-
I don't know if I should ever. I can't believe I've let you know this.
Did you return it?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm not into returning.
Yeah, me neither. It's just I'm not gonna lie to you. I bought a bathing suit, and if I was brave enough, I would take a photo of how terrible this bathing suit is. Like, I definitely got scammed. Like, it was almost $40 from Amazon, and I'm just like, this is so screwed up in my head. Literally, the post office is so close to my house, and I'm like, nah, maybe I'll just lose weight and fit into it. Like, I would rather change
yeah.
my body than return something.
Well,
It's so annoying.
my entire closet is clothes that are all like wannabe fit in clothes.
Yeah, because you did burn stains, and allegedly,
Mm-hmm.
it ruined your body. You basically starved yourself and then bought all new
Can't
clothes.
lose weight. Which was like that's like 2013. So if you think all those clothes are from 2000, I'll still like go to shops and be like, oh, cool. Oh, this is nice. Just an inch down on my waist and I'll fit into this.
Yes.
Buy it.
Of course, I'm doing the same thing. Just because I was a 6 at one point doesn't mean I am now.
And I had a terrible time this week because my son is getting into Star Wars above and beyond what he should be getting into it because he loves it.
It's great.
But a while ago, my wife bought us those shirts. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but like hers is Princess Leia and it says, I love you. And then mine is Han Solo and says, I know. And I love the idea that she went and bought this for me. But at the same time, I feel like, I think I told you this before, it just feels like the guy that wears the I know shirt is kind of is a douche by
yeah,
nature.
well, it just screams, I'm going to the theme park. Well, you can't wear those together. Absolutely not.
But Charlie he put on like his Star Wars shirt and then he was like, you guys put on yours. This is this weekend. He's like, you guys put on yours too. So Jenny put on her shirt and I went to put mine on and Han Solo's cheeks blew up. So
Did the shirt break?
no, but he was just like, "Whoop," like around his cheek area. It was like, I was like, I can't wear this.
what I love is you started with the shirt kind of has a not a good message, but really the story was I made Han Solo look quite fat.
I made it look like he had eaten 8 packs of bubble gum all at once. And
Oh,
he was
I've been
chewing on them.
there. Well, I've told you the story about when my full jeans popped, like it sounded like an explosion in an Uber, and I was bare-assed having to sit on a back seat. I wasn't wearing underwear. And just the whole, it went pop, like it was just like this huge pop. And then I just
Yeah.
had to walk home and my full butt was out. Full butt.
I did that once on stage and lost my full butt. Like I can't remember what scene it was, but I think it was in tour court at the time. And I did like a squat move, and the whole butt went whoop,
Oh, yeah.
ripped right open. I was like, well, I'm on stage now with my butt hanging out.
Oh, yeah. I've had butt out. I've had boob out. Listen, my body wants what it wants, you know? We got to give it to her. So, okay. What?
This is news.
What?
News.
What?
Tasha just said, this is news for me. We let both of our sons watch Star Wars at a very young age. I'd say 4 for our oldest, and the second basically out of the womb, because we won't let him watch the actual Star Wars, although he's going nuts about everything about it.
But, okay, here's my question, because I'm not a parent and I don't know, but he's not going to watch the whole movie. He doesn't have the attention span.
Oh, he'll watch the whole movie.
Oh, he can sit and watch a full movie?
I mean, that's all we do now.
And
We're at home
he's-
all the time. We probably watch a movie a day with him.
Oh, why can't you just put it on? I mean, like, I was watching Dirty Dancing at like 7.
Well, that's the age, actually. I went online. I'm like, because you do this, you're like, what's, and most people are like, Star Wars around 7 is probably okay.
What's so scary
like,
about it? The first one, it's
but-
more talking. He's not even going to understand what they're talking about.
I know, when I'm trying to get into, I don't know if I told you this, because I'm trying to get that reaction of like when kids find out that Darth Vader is, spoiler alert, that is Luke's father. And because I don't know if this happened, if I told you about this, but when I think I did, when I was driving him to school before this whole shit went down, did I tell you about Batman?
No.
I'm driving him to school, and he's like, I said something about Batman, and he goes, well, we better tell Bruce Wayne too. And I go, Bruce Wayne is Batman. And he went, what?
Yeah.
And for 30 seconds was frozen with a look on his face that I was like, I broke my son.
You didn't break your
He did
son.
not-
You told him the plot.
In an amazing way. Like, it was like that when he found out like Bruce Wayne, it was like all those, it was like the reaction I was hoping for
Okay.
with Darth Vader. Anyways, it was, maybe this is just a dad thing. I was so excited to be like, oh my God, you're like, the things you're learning they're not big, but
Oh no,
don't
sorry.
know.
I thought
There's
you were
something fun
I
about
thought
it.
you were on a weird walk, but you were just reminiscing about a moment with your son. So I really apologize for the scowl that I had while listening, because I was like, where are you going with this? But it was just a beautiful moment with your son.
yeah,
That's
not a weird
really-
walk.
Not a weird walk. Just
Sometimes I try to say nice things about my son.
you only say nice things about your son. Your son could be lighting you on fire right now, and you would be like, I love my son. He's a go-getter.
Tasha's great, because now I'm just going to go show it to him. I'm going to do everything that I've learned online about like what you should show him.
Excuse
Doesn't matter.
me?
Tasha said it's okay. It's okay. Thank you,
I
Tasha.
was agreeing with Tasha. I get no
Tasha, thank you so much.
I get zero freaking respect on this podcast. It's
No respect.
no respect. I'm still waiting for my compliment, by the way, from you. 2 little sandwiches. It's been days. I still haven't gotten one.
She's been giving you compliments. Every time you say
I
it, I
mean
think she
it
gives you a compliment.
from you.
From me. It's not Christmas.
It's not Christmas. So Jameson said that he got himself an Outlander coloring book.
Oh, cool.
Is the Outlander the guy with the sword?
That's the Highlander. But to be honest, I don't know what Outlander is.
Yeah, what's
And he might have a sword too. I have no idea.
Because my mom
But the idea of
was
adult
into
coloring
Highlander.
books actually is kind of fun.
Yeah, I really wanted to release a coloring book of when I was going crazy in LA. I was like, maybe I'll make a coloring book, an adult coloring book. I was like, oh.
I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, I was losing my mind. So what is Outlander? We're not going to look it up.
Actually, I don't know. It's basically a live action romance novel. Okay.
Whoa. Jameson's like getting all boned up and creative in his house.
This coming from the paint by numbers exotic painting girl.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it because I might have edged it out. Oh, you can just kind of see the edge here in my frame. But this little thing, I have it stuck in my house, like pinned up in my house, so that I keep doing it. Yeah.
Good.
So Jameson said it's a Scottish Harlequin time travel love story with swords.
And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Highlander doesn't have swords. I just know
No,
Highlander,
Highlander
there could
for
only
sure.
be one.
Because remember, like, there's that scene and he's on the mountain. Because I remember my mom loved Highlander, and I would always see it on TV, and I'd be like, "Oh fuck, we're watching this again? This is so stupid. This show." It was just like this man with long hair, and I'm like, "Ugh, that's what you're into? It's so gross." Mom's getting horny with the sword guy again.
Highlander grew up to be Don Attell.
Yeah, the freaking zoo owner. I like the idea. I like the idea of thinking about Jameson just softly coloring a Scottish like erotica with swords at home, just with his little cat, just coloring.
And then Jameson also wrote "Who Wants to Live Forever." This is something I subscribe to.
There can be only
fully and
one
completely.
Highlander, so he also is a Highlander fan.
For me, that was when I was like in formative years. I was reading Anne Rice a lot.
What?
Yeah,
Interview with a vampire.
I liked the vampire stuff. There was a moment in time
Ew.
where I was like,
little Jason reading about vampires.
it was. I got into it because my girlfriend at the time was
Brag.
into Anne Rice, so I went. Yeah, I had one. I had a girlfriend in high school.
You had many. And whatever they
In high
want
school?
and whatever they wanted, you did at
At
many
3.
consequences.
Yeah.
So many consequences for love. I think that should be your memoir title, The Consequence of Love, the Jason DeRoss story. Can I write it?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Actually, because you weren't there and because like you don't know any of the details, I want you to write it.
I think I wouldn't be wrong. I think if I made some bold assumptions, you would be shocked at my accuracy.
I think you'd be dead right.
You should write my memoir and I'll write yours.
Short story memoirs about our formative years.
Okay, do people understand the great content we're creating? Twins, triplets, now this memoir idea? Get out of here. We'll throw some swords in there, get Jameson all boned up, say that there's a coloring page at the end. He'll get that. Okay, so is there Jan says I want these short stories so bad. You know what? Maybe we'll get the old newsletter going again, and each week we will write a story from each other's past.
Dear diary.
100%.
I can't wait.
No, 100%. That was the vibe. I wrote to my diary like she fucking owned me money. Where have you been, bitch? Yeah. No one will date me. Well, whose fault is that? Not mine. That's a frozen Twix bar.
Yeah, that was Canada Gold.
I'm just like chugging back Pepsis and eating powdered donuts and just like wanting to be loved.
I feel like at one time your mom tried to get you into Irish dancing and you were like, hell no.
Excuse me, I was into Irish dancing. I did do Irish dancing. But I couldn't keep doing it because I was young and I had huge boobs and there's a lot of jumping. And I wasn't getting the most, like, I needed them in, you know? But I tried Highland dancing. And then my cousin did it for a long time and then she complained that she had like shin splints, which happens from, but I was such a mean kid that I was like, you're lying. I didn't believe the injury. To this day, I'm still questioning it.
That's like what I told you. Our friend got an actual, I mean, we used to get concussions snowboarding, but like I had one friend that got like a pretty bad one.
Oh, yeah. And you were
But
like,
we were very young at
cool.
the time and we're like, you're fucking lying. But he was literally repeating himself ad nauseum. He couldn't believe that what was happening. He's
First
like,
of all,
when did I get this snowboard? And we're like, shut up, stop humble brags. Get out of here. We get it. You got a good snowboard.
Here's what's messed up. Even now, upon reflection, where you know that your friend had a concussion, you've described his repeating at nauseum. Like it still annoys you, the thought of it. And this poor guy had a fucking concussion. And you're still like, he was going on at nauseum.
We get it. Yeah. Okay. You're making yourself puke. Come on.
God, what's up with Dave? Ever since he got like laid off, his girlfriend left him. He's like looking for attention anywhere he can. His brain is broken. Oh my God. Have you bought anything else? We kind of got off course.
I know we got off course
And
because
Jan-
Haley did throw it. She got reading glasses and it's very sensible.
Oh, that's nice. I'm nervous.
I'm trying to think because we are buying stuff here and there.
I'll tell another one. So I have the dogs and they've closed down the dog parks and everything. And so I've been trying to like engage them like mentally as well, because that will exhaust them. So like I found this toy that looks like a teardrop thing and it like rolls.
It's killed somebody.
Yeah. The toy already killed someone. Only for $3,000 though. But you put treats in the top of it and then they have to like bounce it and smack it down and like roll it around to like get the treat to come out the bottom. And it's the best. I think it's called a Bobble-Lot, but it was $30. And then I had to buy 2 because I have 2 dogs and I thought, oh, they'll play together with one. And then I forgot they're dogs and they're trying to get food out of a container. Not that they attacked each other, but they were like, get the fuck out of the way. Get out of the way. And I was like, this doesn't seem fun for them. So then I had to buy
There can
2.
only be one.
Yeah. So then, so I got them a Bobble-Lot. And if you have a dog, I don't know if cats play with that kind of stuff, but it's amazing. I highly recommend. Yeah.
Great. We got another one done by that they don't regret, a big floor rug. So I don't know if that's a sensible one. That's a sensible
because
one.
my bunny is scared of walking on the slippery hardwood. That's cute. That's just cute. Yeah, I haven't really bought. I mean, the erotic paint by numbers is absolutely ridiculous, but
that's what I feel like I should go buy a paint by numbers now. I mean, that $9.99 is just burning a hole in my pocket.
Well, I think that we don't have time anymore for our paint by numbers because you and I are writing memoirs about each other. Like this is it. It's done now. It's done now. Can I this might be lame and then we'll get into Clueless and stuff. But I got this book from my friend. And if you're looking for like a nice little book for kids or just yourself for like a daily affirmation, can I share this little book?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's on my little desk. And I check it every day. It's called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse.
Okay. That's a lot of characters to remember.
Anyways, you don't have to read it front to back. You just kind of scroll through a page. And the illustrations are gorgeous. And my friend got me this because she got it. And she was like, I need to buy 1 million of these. And then I just keep recommending this book to friends. But it's amazing. So what you do, or what I do, is I scroll through it and then I stop. And then you get like a message for the day. So Jason, I'll do it to you. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. Oh, shoot. That was just an illustration page. Okay, do it again. Ready? Hold on.
No, that's my life.
No.
That's for sure representative of my life.
Okay, give me a break. Let's do this. One, quick.
Okay.
Put the intention in the book. Put the intention in the book. Okay, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, so this is your illustration.
That one felt good.
Yeah. So that's the illustration, which is really beautiful. And it
Okay.
says, we often wait for kindness, but being kind to yourself can start now, said the mole. That is you.
Do you know why I laughed just before you read that too? Elizabeth wrote, Jason, you look so sad. It's not wrong.
Sorry,
It's
Audrey.
weighing on me.
Audrey also got one of these books because our friend Meredith gave it to all of us. So she said, share the author's name. He's a great follow on Instagram for a daily message like you're suggesting. Charlie was it?
Spell it out.
I'm just going to spell it out because I don't even know. So Charlie and then Mackesy. So again, Charlie, and his last name is Mackesy. This book is the best, and that is such a good message for you. Now I'm going to do one for me because we can't. We need to be fair.
We are doing tarot cards at some point this week, though, right? This is reminding me.
We should do tarot. Yeah, let's do tarot cards tomorrow or
Great.
Wednesday. Anyways, this is a really, really great book. I'm going to do my little message for the day. Oh, mine says be careful not to fall. Oh, and then a fox helps him. I get it. Okay. You got your friends. That's what I mean. It's really beautiful. I highly suggest it when you need a little pick me up. These are really great. Thank you. Audrey put it in the chat. So if everyone, for those listening and you're like, what's going on in the chat? You can follow us on YouTube. Link in the description below. But everyone follow Audrey's message and follow him because he's fantastic. It's a really, really special book. Okay. Do we want to get into?
Let's get into Clueless because like we're running out of time. There's a lot to talk about, I think.
Well, let's get into it.
Yeah.
All right. So I loved it. I think it's so good. I love it. I think it's so funny. Paul Rudd is gorgeous.
Yep.
Daniel Faison. Faison? Is that who it is?
That's who it is, but I don't know which way is the right way to pronounce it. But yes, that's him.
He's so funny.
Yes.
Stacy, whatever, who's now like.
Do you think those were real braces or did they put those on him?
Oh, I think they were fake.
They were hilarious.
They were so good.
My note when he walked on stage, I was like braces with 100 exclamation marks, and I love it.
So good. And I still love the closet. And
What was the closet?
when Cher's like going through her computer and like figuring out the outfits, it's still
Yes.
aspirational. Even though that computer looked a million years old, I was like, I still feel like this is advanced technology.
I did write that there's no way that computer is a touchscreen. Impossible.
Jason, you didn't need to go through and poo everything. It seemed cool.
I'm not poo-pooing everything. I will like I've just got notes because I was like I want to remember these couple things. I don't have a lot of notes because I know we weren't breaking this down like The Bachelor or Double Shot, but I did take a couple notes because I was like, oh, I want to remember these moments because I didn't remember this movie as well as I thought I did. As soon as she walked in and started walking, I was like, I think I'm not mixing up, but blending movies together. I was like,
Right.
no, that happens in Legally Blonde. That's not
Now,
this one.
I will say
Okay.
about the one thing I will say about Clueless, now rewatching it with like knowing we were recapping it, there are so many plot points in it that work together, but like it's kind of crazy how much stuff happens in that movie. So like the love affair with the teacher, her fixing over Brittany Murphy, her having a boyfriend who's like the gay guy, and then Brittany becoming popular and Cher not, and then she's in love with her brother or her stepbrother. Her stepbrother.
I know they really make a point of that to make sure it's okay at the end that they get together. But I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
this is about siblings falling in love.
Well, they're not even, their parents aren't even together anymore.
They made sure of that. The writer for sure was like,
Hell yeah. And he's a bit older and he's politically like knowledgeable.
yeah,
But I just think Cher is still such a fucking hilarious character. That monologue.
oh yeah,
Like the monologue that she does when she was like, what is it? And they didn't say RSVP or something on the.
oh her debates.
Yeah.
Her debates are great. And I was like, what is the writer going for here? Because I was like, I think that's good. I think that's a sound allegory and works. That's how I would debate. This is perfect.
Oh my God. You've just like upped our like intellect level by saying allegory on this podcast.
I think you've said that before when I've used the word allegory. I gotta stop using that word.
It's not a word I'm ever grabbing for, I'll tell you that.
There was so many where I was just like, Nick from Cheers, yay! Wallace Shawn's in this. Like, this is such a fun
Right.
movie.
It's what's the little teacher's name who's from Princess Bride? Who's like
That's Wallace Shawn.
Wallace Shawn. He's great. I love the teacher, Mrs. Oh my God.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember her.
Oh,
I don't know that actress.
Clueless is based off of a Jane Austen novel from 1816. Cool.
That's great.
That's like 10 Things I Hate About You is what Taming of the Shrew.
Yeah.
That's a really good movie too. But I loved Clueless. I thought it was great. I mean,
There was. I know that I'm not going to poo-poo it, but I'm going to poo-poo a little bit.
No, but poo it. That's what we're here to do.
Because you did say like, oh, there's so many stories in here.
Yeah.
But some of them got dropped, and I was like,
Misgeist.
I need to see
Thank
that
you.
play out. Like, what's his name? I can't remember his name, but the guy that you're like, originally when the movie starts and they had the first montage and everything, like, oh, you're like, oh, that's Cher's boyfriend, but it's not. It's just a guy that
Yeah.
Ethan or with Elton.
Elton. Yeah.
But then they
Elton
get to the
wants to be
point
with
where
her.
he hits on her in the car by singing the song. That was definitely fun for me when he was singing "Turn Away." Never heard that song before, but like she tries to have a conversation. He's like, "Turn away, ever now," and I was like, "This is great." But then he kicks her out of the car
Yeah, that doesn't
because
hold
she
up.
won't.
Put out.
It, not only does not hold up though, but like she gets held up at gunpoint.
Yeah.
And it's never addressed again. They're just friends again afterwards. And I was like, this has got to be addressed in some way, shape, or form.
Well, I think that it's like, I mean, yeah, I don't think it was made in a time where women were like, that's really bad behavior. Like, in fact, she was like, I'm going to get him to date Brittany. Or what was her name? I'm really terrible with names.
Yeah,
Brittany Murphy's
I
character.
don't remember her name either. It was.
We're doing such a bad job. This is why we have to take better notes.
I got notes. Stuff like everybody in this movie has a wedding ring. I don't know why. They're all wearing rings on their wedding ring
That's
finger.
what Haley said. She said Elton is definitely wearing a wedding ring in the car, and they're supposed to be high schoolers. I think it was just fashion.
And so is Cher in it
just
as well.
I think they're just wearing rings on those fingers. I don't think it really mattered. Here's
For
what
sure, but his is when it stood out to me.
Tie
She's right. In
or
the car,
tay.
it looks like a wedding ring.
Ty. It was Ty. Sorry. Thank you, Tasha. What I loved, and this is what I think that so many movies are missing these days, the soundtrack is killer.
Yeah.
And what do I want from movies like this? Montages. How many montages do we get in this movie? Like
It starts
7.
with a montage, and I was like, and it's got like shaky camera, like old MTV. Like
I loved it.
it's like the start of 90210 or something. The camera's guys just going like this.
So good. The montages, and then we have the montage of the makeover. I love a makeover montage. Okay, then we have the montage of like her trying to get the guy, like getting herself flowers and chocolates and like how to be sexy. I tried all of those things and it didn't work for me in high school. It was amazing. It was so good.
There was things in this that I just loved too. Like I know there's stuff that doesn't hold up like the Elton scene, but there's also like the pushing down of an antenna on a cell phone. I was like, I forgot that existed. Everybody's got cell phones in this because they were obviously like just coming around at this point, and they're like, everyone's got to have a cell phone, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Which I thought was awesome. Them flipping through those old like maps that you used to have before like you had a phone as well to get around. They're like, how do you get to the valley? I don't know. Just go through. It's on this page. I was like, there was things like that brought me
Do you think
awesome nostalgia.
Do you think the dad character shot maybe 3 days? Like all he did was go, Cher, come on. Cher, come on. What's going on?
I gotta get to Cheers. He was Rhea Perlman's husband on Cheers.
Now-
that was Nick.
I wanted to really know what the case was about. Like now having seen this movie a million times, it's still incredibly unclear what case they're working on.
And it doesn't come close to resolution because that one lawyer who's only in it for the scene of telling Cher off walks out, and that's the end of the case.
And he's like, you're dumb. And then she's like, oh my God. It's like, I think you've been called worse. Oh my
There's
God.
a lot of things on the head in this, like that they hit on the head. Like to set up Paul Rudd's character, he's reading a Nietzsche book by the side of the pool, and it like in just big words, it's like, this is the guy that reads Nietzsche. Like that's how he was described in like the log line.
I
for
don't
his character
swim. I only bring my thick jeans to the pool. It's like, oh, okay, we get it. But he's so hot, and it's so. What's also so funny about this movie, and I'm still taken by it, but it's like. It's a guy making a girl feel like she needs to be more than she is to get with him. Like Cher had to completely change herself to like for Paul Rudd to be like, okay, maybe I will kiss my sister.
Yeah. And someone just wrote that the writing is killer.
It's so funny. It's so good.
I will say I know the lady that wrote this. What's her name? It's Amy Heckerling, and I'm hopefully pronouncing that properly.
I mean, we know that the success rate for you is quite
for sure. I've said it wrong. And this is the one thing I say right. She's like, oh, no one ever gets that right.
She hears it. She's like, thank you. You're the only one.
But she's done like so many cool. Like this was her time period for sure. Because
Now-
the movies that she like wrote and direct were insane.
Also, Jan presents this talking point, and I would be curious what people think. She says, how I said how Cher had to change herself. She said, or did she realize she was leading an unexamined life? And I agree with you, Jan.
Okay.
She does better herself, and when she's like donating and like, she makes over the teacher, makes over Brittany or Ty.
Mm-hmm.
I love that monologue where she's like walking around and she's like, oh my God, do I love Josh? And then she's like,
Oh, when she was walking, like they were like, it was weird because they were like, walk down the stairs on Rodeo, walk back to by Tiffany's, like they're going back and forth. But then she walked by that house that I'm gonna find that house. Do you know this house in LA that she walked by?
who are you looking at? It looks like you're looking up to the sky asking
No,
God for the answer.
that's you.
Oh, is it?
No.
I think.
I'm all over today. I'm sad. I'm looking all over the place.
Oh God, we'll get
it's
you
a day.
back. I just think Cher has like these killer, like when she's like, "It please her, I can't lay down. It's a Laia," her dress. And I will tell you, I have seen some Alayas like while vintage shopping, and I'm like, oh my God, it's an Alaya.
Yeah.
It's like it's iconic. So many of the lines.
And like they're like Brittany Murphy falling down the stairs at the Mighty Mighty Boss Stones concert to start it off.
So good.
And then like an old uncle comes up and goes, "You okay?" And I was like, "What is that?"
I will tell you. Oh yeah. They're like, wow,
He looked like Paul Reiser. He's like, "Hey man, you okay?" I was like, "What the hell's going on?"
I
here?"
also really love 90s movies that are ADR'd in such a shitty way. So when she falls down the stairs, you just hear someone off camera going, well, she fell really hard. Like just those weird fill-ins. Oh my God, is she okay?
Yeah, I was like, there was a lot of ADR in this, but I wasn't talking about what you're talking about, which is way funnier. That like just throwaway lines from a character you never see.
Yeah. I also, and this to this day is still one of the most annoying scenes in the whole movie, is when Ty is sitting on the couch and she has to show the viewers that she can actually sing. And she's like, rolling with the homie. And like, she's like, who? And I'm like, get out of here, Ty. Oh my God. We get it. You can sing. You're so annoying.
But that's still like that was a great bit to be like, this is the tape. This is oh my God, like when they were at the
You're
thing and she
still a
started crying, she's like,
virgin who
they're
can't
playing our song.
drive. Yeah.
But this lady that directed and wrote this also directed and wrote Look Who's Talking.
Sorry, hold
and
on. Hold on one second. I am completely wrong. Tasha's right. When she does in the Mentos commercial. That's what it is. So Ty's sitting on the couch and she's watching a Mentos commercial
Yes.
and she's like, Mentos fresh and full of life. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. We don't need this scene. We do not
Stacey,
want this.
your voice is beautiful. I think that was you doing your Brittany Murphy.
Thanks. I'd like to play. Wayne's World reference. The Mentos commercial drove me nuts, and it still does. I was like, oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously R.I.P. Like, but what a tragic. And it makes me so sad when I think of Brittany Murphy, the way that
I know.
she died.
Yeah, watching this when she first came on screen, I was like, no. And when she first came on screen, it was also during the tennis court scene.
Yes.
And it starts with
my doctor does not want any balls flying in my face.
Yeah.
Oh, wink.
That redhead, I was like, are you friends with that girl or not? Because they were like enemies, but also
Amber?
like she was Amber. They were friends, but they were also like enemies. I guess it was just like, this is high school life. You have those people you hang out with that you're like, oh God, we're hanging out with.
She was a tangential.
Yeah.
Also,
But
people are saying I got my compliment.
That,
People are saying I finally got my compliment. So.
Oh, yeah, killing it.
Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
In that tennis scene, it starts off with Dion sneezing, and my anxiety levels went through the roof.
Oh, give me a break.
It started off them all driving in a Jeep, and I was like, oh, like the whole movie starts with them driving in a Jeep with the top down, and they're like, yeah, it's like, oh man, like that would be so great being able to sit that close to people now and just being like out and having a good time. But when she sneezed, there was no like covering up or anything. She was just like sneezing all over the place. I was like, well, that's weird.
It's because of her nose ring.
Well, it's not because of her nose ring. She was like, make sure you take it out when you sneeze or something like that. I don't remember.
Also, I love that freeway scene. And when I moved to LA, I certainly know exactly how scary the freeway is, especially when you're trying to get to the airport and you have to do that 4-lane drift.
There's one out by Universal as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
where you gotta
it's
like get over to I
it's
can't remember what the street's called.
it's so terrifying, and that scene it still rings true to me. And then when they survive the freeway and they just start going at it, it was so funny. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the one thing was like, are we supposed to believe that like that they're not having sex? Like that seems crazy to me. They're talking like an old married couple.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's high school. It's supposed to be high school. There's some really old men in this for high school, but like it's like
Of course. Elton was for sure 45.
yeah.
And
Also, that Paul Reiser character that came up, I was like, "You're
hey,
from
are
the
you
wedding
okay?
singer."
You fell pretty hard. Thank you. Also, my nightmare when you fall and there's always one person when you fall who can't let it go. And it's like, move on. I'm okay. I don't need you reminding me that I fell. Okay?
How many times have you fallen in your life, like in your adult life, where it's like this is a thing?
Jason, let me tell you, when I fall, I can't let it go. It is a day. Okay, I'll tell you the top 2 times I have fallen and how it has ruined. I still think about it. We were at the Canadian Comedy Awards at the Pilot, which is a bar. We were up in the rooftop and I was wearing heels and I had hooked my heels into the stool I was sitting on. And then I was talking to our friend and we were doing a bit and I went to get up to join him. And I went literally like this, like I'm on the chair, boom, like smack, face down onto the floor.
Okay.
And he just went, holy shit. and I was Moses, okay? The seas parted and I just went boom down. And then I went to the bathroom and cried for at least a half an hour out of embarrassment.
Well, so you fell at the Comedy Awards. So you're at a bar with 100% comedians.
Yes. So did they let it go? Was I shredded to
I'm
pieces?
surprised that I don't know about this because that's something that I think would go on forever.
I think your shirt was off and you were on the lower level.
Hey-oo! How many tables can we put together? How many tables can we put together?
That was that night.
Yeah,
that was that night. And then the second time was recently where I fell slowly, but for a long time. Do you know those kind of falls? You're like, whoa.
Been doing it for 20 years, still falling.
Yeah. I still have a scar on my knee from the fall. And the Uber driver was like, you fell very hard. And I was like, just drive me. Just drive me. Anyways, I will say, I remember this kiss at the end of the movie very vividly. As like
this is where you got your Paul Rudd kiss from?
There is so much tongue in that kiss. It's
but I feel like
unbelievable.
It's coming from Alicia Silverstone.
I think it's coming from Rudd.
Watch again because I think Rudd actually pulls back a bit.
I am happy to look at this again. I have no problem looking at that kiss again.
And then he just kisses her upper lip, which is one of those things, you know, like, and then, cause I was watching, the reason why I know this is cause I was like, oh, when they started kissing, I was like, oh, this is the Paul Rudd kiss. So I like took in, I was like, oh yeah. And then I was like, whoa, did Alicia Silverstone just try to slip him the tongue? And then it seems like he backed off.
Of course you're going, was it Cher? Was Cher doing it? Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat. Who kissed who? I think he was giving her the tongue business. I think they were both giving the tongue business.
Maybe.
It was some thick ass tongue. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hate it. It is kind of crazy though that this movie, I mean, just makes us want to have a hot stepbrother who's, you know, our parents are divorced and somehow it works out. It's so crazy that that's the takeaway, that you're like, oh my God, I hope she gets with her brother. It's like Game of Thrones. It's like, you know, okay, I guess, yeah, Daenerys is technically Jon Snow's aunt, but like, can't they just screw? Can't they just get it on? Who cares? And then you start justifying it. Like, it's olden times. It's olden times. It doesn't even count in olden times.
Do you know what I took away from this movie?
What's your takeaway?
They have a fridge that he pulls a Tupperware container the size of like I don't know, a treasure chest out of,
Yeah.
and it's just filled with cold meats. And I was like, that's what I need in my
Oh
life.
my God. The fridge in this movie is
A treasure
crazy.
chest of cold meats.
It also like, I will say that it is kind of cool in a way to see a character like Cher Horowitz, who's like, I don't want to date any of these loser dudes. Like
Yeah.
these guys suck. Like she has standards, and she's actively trying to better herself. And like she doesn't like get with Elton and then and then Ty gets mad. Like she's like, these are my boundaries. This is like what I will and will not do. And that's
Yeah.
kind of cool to see, especially
She was a great character. She
Yeah.
was a great character.
100%. And that was kind of like awesome to see someone be like very, I don't know, just like really strong that way, you know, and unapologetic. Because it's like so many times those characters, those like ditzy characters are like the comedic effect and they're dumb. But the writing was so good. This movie is awesome. I still love it.
Whatever happened to his name is, I think it's Breckin Meyer. That's Breckin Meyer, right?
Who?
The skater.
Oh, that guy. He's so cute when he's
Yeah,
drawing.
whatever happened to Brecken? I'm almost positive that's who it was.
He was
'Cause
on-
I think when I was growing up, I liked Breckin Meyer and I liked
He's in a lot.
Giovanna Ribisi. It's Ribisi. I knew it was coming.
Giovanni Ribisi. You just sounded
love
like
him.
my mom who calls Talladega Nights Jamaica Nights. Okay? You just Jamaica Nights Giovanni Ribisi.
Guy's great, man.
I saw Giovanni Ribisi. Don't come out.
I know what you're gonna say. Scientology building.
Yeah. Celebrity Center. Giovanni Ribisi came out of there. And I was like, what? No. There is nothing creepier in LA. Please don't come at us. Than all of the Scientology buildings in Los Angeles. It's
I
so
can't get them to talk to me. It's crazy. I have to walk by. Honestly, I have to walk by one all the time, and they pull over everybody. I can't get them to like shoot me a pamphlet.
No, the aliens don't want you.
They don't.
Breckin Meyer is doing a lot of work. Yeah, Jay. He's in everything.
I'm looking him up.
And he's aged really well as well.
Good stuff.
Him and Paul Rudd are really aging in a great way. Have you watched The Hot Ones yet with Paul Rudd?
No.
Really good. He doesn't like. He's so chill about it.
And
Jameson's
right. He is a big part of Robot Chicken, according to his IMDb.
Robot Chicken was something that was like, I'm like, I should like this. Everyone likes this.
It's not over. I don't think. Or was it last year? Was the last season?
Whoa. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I guess he's a millionaire. Must be freaking nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I've continued to watch the Architectural Digest tours, the MTV, the Pinot Grigio of the MTV Cribs. And I watched Aaron Paul's. He has like a house in, what is it? Not where is it?
I have no idea.
Oh God, I've just lost my brain. I'm gonna have to look this up. Hold on.
But this is great. So he was on like the Aaron Paul, of anybody I would assume would be on the MTV Cribs one of this. But I have a feeling he's probably done both. And in one he's like, "Whoa, come on in," and the other one he's like, "So this is my study."
He was actually so annoying.
Oh no.
No, not like annoying, but like where's
But in an annoying way.
Oh, it's in Idaho. Yeah, he lives in Idaho. Or he has this huge home in Idaho, which is kind of crazy. But it was like it just seemed dark and I don't know. Anyways, this is all I have I've completely ruined this stream unpacking this. I was going somewhere with it, but now I can't. He reminds me, that's what it is. He reminds me of Breckin Meyer's character. He's like, "Hey, everyone, welcome to our home. This is where and he's like, this is where I sauna and I look at the deers." Honestly, play a drinking game if you're bored. Take a drink every time Aaron Paul says deers. It's a lot. Okay, I've ruined the stream now. So what do we have tomorrow? I believe we are going to be joined by a guest.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is.
It's going to be the wonderful and talented Ashley Abutting will be joining us.
That's great.
I'm sorry,
I didn't
everyone.
know. No, I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. So maybe we'll do tarots and horoscopes with her.
Okay, great.
What?
Nothing.
I'm sorry, my brain
Remember when we were watching The Circle? Remember when that was like before the Tiger King thing?
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of weird? Like just before this all happened, there was the most popular thing going on was The Circle, and now we're all kind of like
Living
stuck
the
in our
circle?
houses.
Wow.
Kind of weird.
Maybe it's time to get a Kalenko back and do some conspiracies.
It was like that and Love Is Blind, where people just meet on the pods, and I'm like, well, a lot of seclusion.
Do you think someone's
You
going to
know?
fall in love in our chat?
Oh, I hope so. Please, that would be so great.
Yeah, maybe we should do like a bachelor type show in our chat. No, Jason's not having it. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for listening and watching and joining us. I love this chat so much. If you're listening to the podcast, guess what? You can watch it too and get in on the chat and maybe fall in love. I know I'd be into that, and I think Jason would be on the fence about the whole thing. But you can do that on
I'm
our
sad
YouTube
today.
channel.
I'm just sad.
Are you?
Sad today.
We haven't changed your mood?
Oh, I'm not actually sad. I know I look it because of just like this weekend was a lot. So like I think this is my hungover / I've been inside for 4 weeks face.
Can
is
I
probably
just?
all it is.
I just was searching for a final moment of reflection from this book, and I would like to share it. And I think this is something we should all hold today, and that
Please.
is the greatest illusion, said the mole, is that life should be perfect. Wow.
Yeah.
Look how beautiful.
I'm living that. I love it. I think it's like,
Beautiful.
yeah. So we're not at an area of perfection. Guys, this is just a staycation for all of us.
Well,
I mean, there's a terrible thing going on in the world, but like, let's just hold on.
we have to listen to ourselves, and if that means having a full bag of chips and napping all day, then do it. If it means doing something productive, do it. But just be kind and don't try and have don't try and find perfection in this time. It's completely an imperfect time.
So I hope everyone out there staying safe, staying good.
Yeah.
I hope everyone's doing okay.
Well, we started with a bang, and now I think you and I both are going to go cry in the bathtub. It just seems like the vibe we're leaving with everyone.
This is just like you took a stumble at the pilot, and now it's time to go cry.
Yeah, my stumble at the pilot. We just need to go cry. Oh, someone said I changed my flowers. Things just got moved around. I bought myself a bunch of flowers to change.
Those
my
yellow
little
ones
mood.
behind your head are really popping. That's what it is.
Yeah, they're pretty. And guess what? I found they were only $4, and I bought them. There's a bunch of them all around my house now. Okay, everyone. We adore you. We will see you tomorrow at 12:30. The best. Have the best day. Wash your hands. Stay safe, and we will talk to you soon.
Bye.